Welcome back to another session of Demo Mondays. Demo Mondays is a video series where I invite different Amazon seller tools and softwares, their representatives, and I ask them to present the products just like this on the screen. And my today's guest is eDesk by xSellco. And eDesk by xSellco is presented by Shane. Hello, Shane.
Hi, how are you, Augustus?
I'm good, thank you. So please tell us, what is eDesk and what problems does it solve for Amazon sellers?
Absolutely, it'd be my pleasure. So eDesk essentially is a customer service solution for multi-channel online sellers. And its main purpose really is to streamline the online customer support, pull all the messages from each marketplace really into the one place and make it as easy, efficient and effective as possible to get back to customers with the correct response in a timely manner.
Perfect. So it's, I think, quite a unique product. There are not so many equivalents in the industry. And could you tell us, like, what kind of users are you targeting? So you're targeting Amazon users, but also, of course, your software is designed for non-Amazon sellers as well, right?
Absolutely, yes. So really, anyone who's going to find value from our product, from eDesk, is anyone really who has maybe a multi-channel online presence, Amazon, eBay, Shopify channels, and who's receiving a good amount, maybe over 20 or 30 messages per day from customers. This will really reduce the time load in response to the customers and make it as easy as possible to respond as well. But we do have customers as well with literally just one channel, and it really just depends on the volume of the messages. If you are getting a lot of messages, eDesk will really make it a lot easier for yourself to manage.
And in what kind of marketplaces and regions are you operating with your software?
Absolutely. So we are worldwide. We're more or less everywhere, every corner of the globe. And we do have integrations with Amazon, eBay, Shopify, Magento, PrestaShop, WooCommerce, Walmart, Newegg, social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, email integrations as well, and the list goes on. Also, there is a few more also that we do integrate with, and a few more we're building relationships with too.
And for Amazon Marketplace, you are operating for sure in North America and Europe, and probably in Japan as well, right?
Absolutely. North America, Europe, Japan, Canada, Mexico. From yesterday, Turkey and Brazil, and this week, or probably even now, United Arab Emirates. So, yeah, we're integrating with them as well now.
Perfect. So let's jump into the screen sharing and let's see how eDesk works.
Absolutely. So when we set up eDesk and when we log in and get everything integrated, the first thing we're going to see is a consolidated inbox where we're going to house all our messages from each marketplace into one place. We'll see exactly where the message came from, the type of message, who the customer is, a brief description of the message, and then an SLA timer as well, which I know is really important for the likes of Amazon and eBay. When we click into the message, we can then see the correspondence between ourselves and the customer. We can respond using AI-assisted responses, more or less click on one button and a response is already generated. We also will see then the customer and product information here on the right-hand side. And if you want, we can just write a message out as normal or even use templates as well. These can be pre-made. We can insert them into a message really easy, and it will then send the template to the customer. Probably a better template here I could use. Okay, there we go. And so another thing we can do as well, if we do want to correspond amongst ourselves, we can also leave internal notes between ourselves and the team. We can tag individual team members in as well. So we can tag, let's say, Alex in, if we maybe want a second opinion or we need a different department to give us an answer for a question. And what will happen then is that they will see the message mentioned in their inbox as well. And if we do assign anyone to a ticket or any tickets assigned to ourselves, we'll see them up here as well. So we know exactly what our workflow will be for that particular day. On the left-hand side as well, we're going to see any new tickets, new cases that come in, outstanding cases maybe that we have to resolve, any messages where we're waiting on the customer to respond to us. We can also snooze tickets as well if we to maybe put them off and get a second opinion from a different department to respond to the customer. We'll have resolved tickets and then recently updated as well also. So another feature of eDesk is, which is really useful for ourselves and allows us then to more or less be multilingual, is we do have an auto translation feature. So we'll see the message here from Chloe, which is in French. If we click in, we can see the message is then translated to English for ourselves, so we can read this. We can then see the status of the message as well, order received, transaction payments, order shipped, and so on. And if we want to respond to the customer, maybe even using a template, when we press send, we will see the message is already translated into French for Chloe, so she's getting a response in her native tongue. This is really good as well. First and foremost, for any Amazon, eBay sellers that do want to expand their businesses across different countries, it really tears down the barrier to communication. And in terms of customer experience as well, there's nothing more annoying than being a customer and receiving a response in a language you don't understand. It's just really that additional touch as well to obviously improve the customer experience.
And can you disable the automatic translation? Now, let's say I know French and I sit down on the computer and I will reply in French, native French, without translation. Is it possible to just deactivate for this message, the automatic translation?
Absolutely, yes. So in user settings, which I'll go into now in a sec, we can more or less state in which languages we understand. And then what will happen is when we do receive a message in French and we do speak French, it will not be translated.
Cool.
And we can really easily translate it back over if we wish. And if we don't want to translate the message as well, we'll just press no when this option comes up.
Nice.
So if we feel that we did resolve the customer's case and we did kind of overcome their issue as such, we can then schedule to send them feedback requests, which will send them a request as well to leave maybe positive feedback or a product review on our Amazon or eBay page, and we can do this from the messaging interface itself. So with marketplace integrations, we do have other partnership integrations as well with the likes of Limworks, Skubana, ShipStation, Aftership. And what this allows us to do really is, if we did have the integration, we could open up then the Limworks order details or the Skubana order details from this ticket. We can pull in the tracking code and we can leave a note as well in eDesk, and that will be then transferred over to Limworks, Skubana, or the alternative as well. Just going back to the inbox as well, and we can also then pull in resolution cases from Amazon and eBay, any kind of cases as well, refund requests from eBay as well. We can also process in eDesk also, and we can also do any invoice requests. So let's say, for example, we receive an invoice request here from John Kavanagh. If we click on, and if we go to reply, we'll have an option here then to attach an invoice to the message. This will generate the invoice. We'll have our company details, and we can then send this to the customer. So with eDesk as well, along with pulling messages into the one really consolidated inbox, we do have a number of smart tools to make actual responding to the customer a lot easier and more efficient. So let's just head into settings and smart tools, and we can see a whole host of functions here in which we can use. So first and foremost, we have message rules. So if we want to say set up a rule where we assign all our Amazon messages to one folder, we can do this. We'll just simply name the rule. We'll select the condition to filter, of course, and then we'll choose the action. We can assign it to a tag, we can assign it to a folder, or to an agent as well. If we want, we can also set up a condition to filter the message based on its keywords or its ticket type, and even the email address, and we can mark this as spam as well if we don't want this clogging up our inbox. The next option as well is snippets. So we can more or less trigger a sentence or a combination of words really with just one option. Essentially, an example here, if you want to pull, say, the first name from a marketplace, we can literally just go hashtag customer first name, and that will be pulled directly into the message. So templates, exactly what they say in the tin. We can insert templates into the message. We can make our own pre-made templates as well, really easy to do. We'll just name the template. We'll write up the message. The message can also contain snippets. We can see the full list of snippets here on the right hand side. And with the templates as well, they can be inserted into the message and also automated. This is a great way as well to meet SLA response times on Amazon and eBay. A lot of customers do use this as well to respond to customers also. Suzuki, in fact, use this to respond to 85% of their messages with our eDesk solution. And they have a real smart and intuitive system where they have, what you do is they set up usage conditions to define when they'll send out the message. It can be based on where the message came from in terms of the channel, the different query types, the status of the order as well. And then we can set a delay on the autoresponder being sent out. And then, of course, we choose the times and conditions in when this autoresponder is actually active as well. Once we're happy enough with how this is set up, we can go to Save Changes, and then the autoresponder is ready to go. So tags are essentially ways to categorize different messages and label them accordingly. So it's really important for ourselves as well. We use in the eDesk in-house, and we use tags a lot. We use it a lot really to flag the different types of messages coming in, so we can measure and gauge then what kind of customer queries we're facing on a daily or weekly basis. And it's a great way then we use this then to build our content and support literature as well, just to really overcome them issues as such. And it can be done really the same way here with tags. We can create as many tags as we'd like, and then we can set up rules as well to say if a message contains these particular keywords, or if it comes from this particular channel or this ticket type even, we can assign a relevant tag to this as well. We also have widgets. So this is really good for web stores, essentially Shopify, Magento, PrestaShop, WooCommerce as well. We do have a chatbot. So if you want chat functionality on your website, it can be done so really easily here. We'll design how the chatbot looks, the button style, the pop-up style, the actual content of the message as well when a customer opens it up. We can have then the language of the chat as well, the header text. And from this, once we're happy enough with the design, a snippet code will be generated in which we install into the body of our website. A lot of people use this as well. If there's no one available on chat, we can really state the times when we're available on chat. If there is no one available, then the chat button turns into a contact form where the customer fills in, and it comes in then to a normal ticket into our mailbox here. We also have feedback rules. So if we want to set up feedback responses, or say if we want to increase our feedback or product reviews, we can do so really easy. We can just set up a sequence of messages. For example, here we're sending out 3 messages. One when the order is placed, just really thanking the customer for the order. We can include images. We can really edit the HTML as well if you'd like. And we can choose when to send out the message based on the day, many days after the item is being placed. And with eDesk as well, we can choose not to send the message to anyone with an outstanding ticket as well, which is a great way to avoid anyone who has a high chance of leaving negative feedback. In the second message, we will then have a message, of course, in which we can edit. It's going to pull in snippets like the customer's first name, the product details, and so on. And then there'll be a link there directly bringing the customer to the relevant place on Amazon or eBay to leave a review, some seller feedback as well. We then have a final message enticing the customer to leave product reviews. It's really the same layout, just the link is different, and it's bringing the customer then to leave a product review as opposed to seller feedback. We can really create as many rules as we want, and what a lot of people do as well is really create multiple rules, we can filter down by product. So I would suggest maybe setting up different rules for different products to make sure your message is personalized to your customer and as relevant as possible. In terms of the invoice templates, this is just really laying out our company details for when we do generate an invoice. It carries the company address, our phone number, and of course our VAT details as well. This allows us then to calculate the VAT and pull that from the marketplace if it is stated there also. And then finally we have AI settings. So this is really just turning on the AI, and we can turn on the option where we can go once click and send, and it just means then that responses will be generated from the AI. We'll click on them responses and that will then be sent to the customer. So we do have a dashboard as well. I'm a very big believer in what you can measure, you can manage. So we can see all the order information here. We can see exactly when the orders came in from our heat map, and what times of the day, what particular days we're receiving the most orders. And this is downloadable as well. We can download this into a CSV. We can also filter down the time frame as well. We can have on a 1 day basis, a monthly basis, or a custom range as well. We will see the orders per channel, so we know exactly which channels are bringing in the most revenue and the most sales. In terms of our mailbox, we'll see the amount of messages we have coming in and new tickets, where the tickets are coming from in terms of channels. We'll also have our feedback responses as well, positive, neutral, and negative. And then we'll have the different languages in which the messages are coming in. So this is really good if we're international. We know exactly if we need maybe more emphasis on the English side of things or the Spanish side of things as well, which is really useful information. In terms of tickets, this is going to give us a breakdown of the tickets per channel and a heat map of when we're receiving the most tickets. Red being most busiest, then it's dark blue, light blue, and working its way down to white as the least busiest. And then we have a breakdown of query types as well. A lot of people use this as well to identify what kind of queries are coming in. If it's maybe a lot of shipping issues coming in, maybe it's something to address, maybe something with wrong items as well. And it just really gives an identification of where we can improve as a business and make that customer experience a small bit better. We also have reports on tags, and we use, as I was saying, we use this in-house as well to give us really metrics on kind of the different queries coming in, the different messages coming in. And it's a great way then to build our support content around this as well, as we know exactly kind of what the customer needs and what the customer wants as well, of course. We do then have response times per query, so we know exactly which queries are taking the longest to respond, which ones can be done in under 15 minutes, let's say. And then we will also have our SLA compliance per channel. And then we do have our team metrics as well, so we know exactly who's sending out the most tickets, who's sending out the most messages as well, the fastest handling time. And in-house as well, we run competitions based on this as well and reward people sending out the most tickets, handling the most messages as well. And it's a really great way to incentivize staff as well to be that bit more productive and make it a bit more competitive as well, which is always enjoyable. We also then pull in the order information as well. So if we do want to be proactive and maybe reach out to a customer based on the order, we will see a list of the most recent orders here. But of course we can search like so, or we can use our filtering options as well to filter either down a message or an order. And this is the same with the mailbox as well. We can filter and search for different types of messages. And with the filter as well, once we set up the filter, we can then tag the results to the left-hand side here as well. Finally, in terms of the functionality, we do have the chat screen as such. So what will happen is when a chat is engaged, it will pull through here. We will see where it came from. If there's an order value attached to the chat or the email the customer used, we will pull that up as well. And then it's a really interactive way then to deal with customers. Personally, I would much rather use a chatbot than an email or phone. I think it's the best of both. It's a great way to be really responsive and kind of not on the phone as well, which is obviously good also. in terms of our integrations, we do have roughly over 60 integrations. We have 4 different categories: marketplace, web store, support email, and social media. In terms of marketplace, so we have all the Amazon. This just needs to be updated then with Brazil, United Arab Emirates, and Turkey as well. We have all the eBay, Allegro, all the Miracle channels also, Fnac, Cdiscount, Walmart as well, Sears, Bonanza, and Tesco also, which is kind of phased now. In terms of web stores, we do integrate with Shopify, Magento, PrestaShop, WooCommerce, Shopware, and we do have an open API as well on our Unlimited Plus pack if you do want to integrate with any internal systems also. And then finally, we have social media and support email integrations as well, where we can essentially set up email forwarding to pull in messages then from our email inboxes. So in terms of different packages and prices with eDesk, we can more or less, I know these are in euro, but we do have an essential pack which is $85 per month, which brings us up to 3 channels, 3 users, hot responders included, templates, rules included as well, invoice generator also. Then we have eDesk Unlimited, which has everything essential does, plus AI assisted responses, chat functionality, feedback also, and then phone support. And then we have eDesk Unlimited Plus, which more or less has everything that Essential and Unlimited has, plus API integrations, the auto translation feature, enterprise reporting, 24/7 support, and an account manager also. So that's really everything to do with eDesk. Augustus, if you have any questions, look, I'll be happy to answer.
Yes, about the pricing, the cheapest tier, it says 3 channels. What does it mean channel? Is Amazon US and Amazon Mexico 2 different channels?
Yes, exactly. So that's what we would define as channels. It would really be a marketplace. A marketplace could be Amazon US, like you said, Amazon Mexico, and they would be defined as channels.
And also, like in Europe, Amazon account usually covers 5 European countries. So this would be 5 channels, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's one of the reasons as well the eDesk Unlimited is most popular.
Mm-hmm.
Especially we do have a good presence in the UK and Europe. And people usually sell in the UK sell across Europe as well. And they would need then the extra kind of few channels as well. And that's why eDesk Unlimited kind of suits them better as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for this short demo of eDesk by xSellco. And could you reveal to us some future features you're planning to release to your customers in the near future?
I can reveal that we do have a lot of plans in place to release new features, some of which I can't say. We just haven't decided on the names. But there is a lot being planned for 2019, a lot very soon. And a lot around kind of AI as well. We will have content being posted about these new functionality and features very soon, so do stay tuned.
Good, thank you. And how people can get in touch with your support team? What's the easiest way, and how fast do you respond?
Absolutely. So selling a customer support software, we are very focused on customer support, of course. So we do have 24/7 support. You can reach us over the phone, email, through our social media channels. We do have a live chat as well. And then if you do sign up for a trial, you will be assigned an account manager straight away. And then we will more or less, you'll probably get me as well, or my colleagues, and more or less we will help you get everything set up. We'll do screen shares, we'll do everything really in our power as well to make the experience and onboarding as easy and straightforward as possible. All
right. Thank you very much, Shane. Those who are interested in eDesk by xSellco, you will find all the links below this video to test, to sign up. By the way, is there a free trial before the purchasing your plans?
Yes, absolutely. So with eDesk as well, before purchasing, we do offer a 14-day free trial where we do offer full support, and we don't ask for credit card details as well. So there's absolutely no commitment there either.
Yeah, that's perfect for testing. So thank you very much, Shane, and good luck in your business. Bye bye.
Thank you, August. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.